So today, ranked play for Warzone was officially revealed and detailed in regards to what's upcoming next week and the introduction of this beta program for all players. Today, we're going to be running down everything you need to know, some stuff coming from the blog post, some stuff coming directly from Raven and Treyarch, who passed along some information to discuss. So as we go along, drop your thoughts down below. Will you be jumping into Warzone ranked next week? For a battle royale, how do you like the setup here of all things like SR distribution and everything that comes along? Whatever the case, let me know down below. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to stay updated with all things Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2, and anything Season 3 Reloaded here as we gear up for the next seasonal update next week. And finally, might be getting back into the whole streaming thing, so if you guys would like to follow along, come hang out live, chat about whatever. Linked below are both my Twitch and Kick channels if you guys would like to give a follow. Not sure where I'll be going live on, but hoping to get back into that this weekend. But anyways, let's talk about ranked. First, what is Warzone ranked? What is different here between regular public matches and what we'll have in this ranked beta? Well, it's a franchise rank and skill division system shared uniformly with Modern Warfare 2 and that multiplayer ranked experience, though again, not necessarily distributed for the same SR yields and everything like that. Obviously, it is something that's going to be custom tailored for Battle Royale, but utilizing some of the same similar rankings, icons, and everything you may be used to, making it just easier to understand right out of the gate here at this. But you're going to have an exclusive rank, skill, and seasonal rewards tied to how you do within ranked in Warzone. It's going to be a competitive Battle Royale trios mode, so only trios, no solos, duos, or quads available here on offer, and it's going to be a consistent rule set being built up through ranked, through World Series of Warzone, through all that kind of stuff, kind of being the basis of where we go for competitive Warzone going forward. There's also going to be new competitive integrity features, which we'll touch on in just a second. And as of the Season 3 launch, it's only going to be in beta because it's a shortened season here for this. We don't have a full season like we did with Season 2 to 3, 3 to 4 here within multiplayers ranked, but instead it's going to be that half as a sort of at least beta, maybe further on down the line as well. But right now we're entering into a shortened season start. This is all going to be played on Al Mazrah in Battle Royale, again in trios as that squad size with 150 players, 50 squads. So why should you play ranked versus a public match? Well, as we'll get to in a second, yes, matchmaking will be entirely different and genuinely a skill bracket matchmaking system. But if you're interested in things like rewards, a grind for something that means something match over match, and isn't necessarily that skill-based matchmaking system that is more so retention-based matchmaking, not carrying any weight match over match and having a sort of rank alongside that, that is all something you can end up going for within ranked where it matters a little bit more. Now, as for rewards, we did get these detailed a little bit for those that are interested here up front, briefly within the blog post, but really all we have is like a segment of a graphic that showed it. The rest comes directly from Treyarch and Raven, who are handling this mode first and foremost. So you, of course, have your ranks like Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer, where you have 50 ranks to grind that are your career levels. So season over season, this does not reset, but at rank 5, you end up having a vehicle skin available. Rank 10, you have an animated emblem. Rank 15, a weapon sticker. Rank 20, a weapon charm. 25, animated emblem. 30, a win tracker gun screen. 35, a weapon sticker. 40, a large weapon decal. 45, a weapon charm. And 50, an animated emblem, calling card, and operator skin. Unfortunately, unlike Modern Warfare 2's ranked system, that multiplayer, there is no blueprints associated here with the career ranks, which is kind of strange, but it is something that is your rewards for your career. But getting into seasonal stuff that you want to take advantage of and grind out here in Season 3, 4, and beyond, Season 3 rewards include a pro issue blueprint, a camo, a weapon charm, and other things comparable to what we see within Modern Warfare 2's ranked system. We also see additional kill and assist challenges, placement challenges, and new rewards coming every single season. Of course, as compared to the Modern Warfare 2 ranked, you do have those season end rewards, which is based on your highest division reached that season, where that includes a weapon charm and an emblem. But if you place or attempt to place in the top 250, you have to finish in the top 250 for those rewards to be credited. And again, a unique #1 overall set for the top player in the world in that top 250. Now, getting into the nitty-gritty on how this kind of stuff will actually work, let's talk about ranks first and foremost. Again, your career ranks, that's your lifetime ranks progressed through earning stars, just like you would in Modern Warfare 2's ranked play. This is something that stars are earned solely on placement, where top 25, you end up gaining 1 star, top 10, you gain 2 stars, and a win grants you 3 stars. So you can progress faster or slower depending on where you place in those matches that you end up playing. But your skill division and your tier, probably the thing that more people will care about overall overall compared to your career rank, you have your same divisions as Modern Warfare 2: Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum, Diamond, Crimson, Iridescent, and Top 250. The SR, though, differently, is going to have a widget on screen that shows you how much you're earning at all time. At any point during the match, you'll know how much SR you're coming out of that match with. It's intended to be a skill-based system, so not all players will make it into Crim, Iridescent, and Top 250, whereas in some cases, you might be able to argue that Modern Warfare 2's SR system really just comes down to who ends up playing the most. Of course, the matches definitely are much tougher in Crimson, Iridescent, and Top 250 as opposed to where they are in Bronze and Silver, but if you play enough, you will end up adjusting your gameplay accordingly, and you can end up kind of brute forcing your way into some of those higher ranks. Maybe not to Iridescent and Top 250, but you know what I mean. This, they stated, is going to be something that is going to be a little tougher to break into those ranks, and we'll talk about why in just a second with the SR breakdowns. But once you get to a certain level, there's going to be a minimum bar of performance that you need to hit to break even and even move forward. So how you earn SR is again through placement, but also kills and assists and from your squad mates as well. So it's a sort of team-based SR gain or loss. Now placement will end up yielding you SR, where if you end up finishing the top 40, you're not one of the first 10 teams that dies, you end up gaining 5 SR. Top 30, you get 10, 20 SR, 10, 30 SR, top 5, 45 SR, third, 60 SR, second, 80 SR, and finally a win will grant you 100 SR. But that's just your placements. That's assuming you don't get any kills on top of anything. This is broken down into 3 different categories for kills and assists, where when you're in that bracket of 50 to 21 squads remaining, kills and assists count for 5 SR gained, kills by a squad mate is 2. 20 to 4 squads left, a kill and an assist is 7 SR, while a kill by a squad mate is 3, and then the top 3 squads, once there's only those 3 teams left, it's a kill and assist worth 15 SR and a kill by a squad mate worth 7. So those numbers are subject to change. They did mention that this is launching in beta, so those target numbers could change in Season 4, in Season 5. It's all a work in progress with that, but you can see where it's kind of beneficial to, of course, go for higher placements, but also you kind of want to try and frag out if you can to end up getting those kills and extra SR, so you can gain more and more SR, which, by the way, there is no cap on that. So it's definitely nice that you can earn a ton of SR if you go absolutely nuclear in a match, but it is something that you have to be conscious of. However, one other thing to be conscious of is that not every game is free, because every single time you jump into a match, you're going to have to pay a deployment fee, something that is basically your entry into the match where you subtract SR up front. You're always going to lose a little bit of SR outside of the Bronze division, but you can gain it all back very quickly. Again, depending on how you place. For this, the division of Silver can see you having to sacrifice 10 to 18 SR, depending on where you're at in your skill tier. Gold is 23 to 33 SR. Platinum is 39 to 51, Diamond is 58 to 72, Crimson is 80 to 100 as a flat fee to enter a match, and then Iridescent and Top 250, every 500 SR gained, it ends up increasing that fee. So you can have anywhere from 110 at your base of Iridescent all the way up to 210 just for simply entering a match. So again, that's where it comes down to. Those higher ranks, as we mentioned, are a little bit tougher to break into because you have to consistently perform at a certain level to end up just breaking even on your SR and not losing anything, but instead breaking even or gaining. So that's definitely something that is interesting here on how that works out. But beyond that, as for some gameplay features, we're going to see restricted items, where this, they mentioned, is a work in progress. It's not something that this is always going to be the sole list of things that are removed or restricted. Instead, things could be added, they could be subtracted from this list. The public events of Fire Sale, Jailbreak, and Restock currently are going to be disabled at launch, though Restock and Fire Sale, they did say they are aiming that there could be a pending change here at this, a possible reintroduction, though they would not be random events. They would instead be static events that happen at one specific time every single match in ranked while they're active. So it could be something they turn those on for maybe like a week, where every 3rd circle or 6th circle you end up getting a restock, or a fire sale every 5th circle. Gameplay wise, things like your gulag tokens, redeploy tokens, assimilation feature, multi-circles, and champions quest, those are all going to be turned off. Grounded and aquatic turreted vehicles are going to be taken offline, while the heavy chopper is also going to be removed. The weapons, right now the only thing that is going to be removed and restricted is the riot shield, but again, we'll see if that changes over time. But that said, that is your gameplay features, what you can earn and how you can end up earning stuff. But beyond that, the next big thing is competitive integrity. Warzone is a free-to-play game, and we already see that there are plenty of cheaters within Modern Warfare 2 ranked play. So what's to say this isn't going to get even worse? Well, the big thing right now is that at the very launch, this could be again subject to change, there is a level 45 minimum unlock requirement. So if you are somebody that has a brand new account, you cannot play Warzone ranked. So as they stated, that's about a 20-hour in-game time limit to get to level 45, and it's again an attempt to mitigate the ability to create new accounts and grief and cheat right out of the gate. So fingers crossed that actually does hopefully help things. That apparently I think is higher than what we have in Modern Warfare 2 ranked, but that is something we'll see right out of the gate. Squad back out is something that's going to be a feature in place, where in trios, squad fills will always be on. You can't take that off. So even if you are a solo, you're going to be matched up with 1 or 2 other players here. That could also be 2 other solos or maybe a team of 2. But if a teammate backs out before the match starts, the entire team will be backed out so you don't start short-handed. In a similar vein, match cancel is something that kind of takes that principle and applies it overall to the entire lobby. If the total number of squads before the match drops too low, you'll have every team backed out to be able to requeue. That way you don't start with like 50 player differences compared to your last game or something like that, where maybe there's only 90 players in the lobby as opposed to the normal 150. Obviously, that really skews the SR distribution right out of the gate, so to make it fair for all, that's something that will cancel the match entirely, and you'll be prompted to requeue. Then we also see suspensions and penalties, similar to how Modern Warfare 2 ranked behaves, though the difference with SR forgiveness on the opposite side is that if you have a match-made teammate, not your party member, that disconnects, you will not lose SR, so it's kind of that random queue. Any earned SR does not go away whenever somebody backs out or disconnects. You don't lose anything there, you just gain. And speaking of backing out or disconnecting, there will be, after Season 3, a rejoin feature coming to Warzone, so that's definitely something that is nice for the future, but as for launch, that's not going to be there. We'll also see demotion protection and division stickiness introduced with launch. Demotion protection, just like how you see it in Modern Warfare 2 ranked, where after you get that promotion to a new division, you are going to have 3 games where you don't lose SR. But the difference is that after protection, stickiness kind of gives you that grace period, where if you do drop down below, instead of going immediately to a demotion, you'll have another match to air quote prove yourself, where you're not immediately dropped into that prior division, but instead you have one more game that's just like, okay, well, maybe that was a fluke. Let's try and get you out of this here. So that's a cool little feature coming. And the final 2 things here are party skill restrictions and finding a party. Firstly, if you're somebody that does solo queue and you want to find a party, it'll match you with a player that is available the closest to your skill division possible. So you're not going to be like platinum and get a bronze 1 or something like that. So it should hopefully keep that competitive integrity in place a little bit. And party skill restrictions, just like Modern Warfare 2 ranked, this is where it's going to be pretty open at the early skill divisions. Bronze to plat has no restrictions, but diamond can only party with players above or below by 2 divisions to them, and crimson and iridescent can only party with players that are 1 skill division above or below them. So 250 and crimson for iridescent and diamond for crimson players. So that is your ranked in a nutshell and everything that we learned here as of today. And honestly, when I think about it, in terms of how a Battle Royale, something so random as the fundamentals of Battle Royale, I do kind of like how this SR distribution works, where it is a bit more fair, I think, and it's not something that is entirely dependent on just wins and losses, but also takes into account a whole host of other things, including your teammates' performance. So that's definitely nice, I think, and I'm excited to see how this plays out in actual practicality rather than in theory. But for the time being, while it's still Warzone 2, I'm actually pretty excited for another ranked experience. Again, it's Warzone 2, so I'm not as excited as I would be if this was introduced like last year, but at the same time, I definitely think that I'm going to be jumping back into Warzone for the first time in a decent bit of time to grind this out. So we'll see how long it lasts, but for right now, I'm kind of looking forward to it. So let me know your thoughts down below. What do you guys think here of the ranked experience we have explained to us so far? Does it make sense? Is it confusing? Do you like it? Not so much. Whatever the case, drop your thoughts below. But if you enjoyed the video, you found it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to stay up to date with all things Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2, and anything COD related, especially as we gear up for Season 3 Reloaded as of next week. But for now, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.